Hello, this is Spotlight on Souris. My name is Laura Higgs. Today is September the 4th, 2024, and I am privileged to have with me here Laura McDougald-Williams, who has recently won a Women of Distinction Award for Agriculture. Welcome, Laura.
Thank you so much, Laura.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow, what an honor to have won that award.
Yes, it really was.
So how does it feel?
I was surprised, and it was quite an honor to be a part of that experience. And it gave me an opportunity to realize, really, I think it made me feel very thankful, realizing just how I have accomplished what I have and how much of that is based on the support that I get from my family and the community. So, and my coworkers. Yeah.
So is your name put forward for this particular award? How does this work with the Women of Distinction?
Yeah, I was nominated by my coworkers at Me and Haddad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What a privilege
Yeah.
to have that, for sure. Okay, so what started your interest in agriculture?
I grew up on a farm near Nesbitt. It was just a small cattle operation. And so helped with the chores. We did 4-H beef club,
Right.
and helped Grandma in her garden. So from quite a young age was involved in food production.
Okay. So that is basically where you started. So it just became a part of who you were and in your blood, and you carried on, right, in life.
Yeah.
Okay, what did those formative years teach you, and how did it prepare you for your future career? Because we're talking, you have a career in agriculture, but you also have a career in law.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it gave me so many opportunities for learning about entrepreneurship, food production, animal husbandry, how things grow, like being out in the natural world, growing up on a farm in rural Manitoba. So I feel very blessed for that opportunity. And I think it gave me some good skills in terms of work ethic and seeing the connection between, you reap what you sow and self-employment.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, hugely important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you involved in farming now?
Well, now my husband and I operate a grain and oilseeds farm near Souris. And our farm is a bit of an ongoing science experiment.
Okay.
We care a lot about environmental sustainability and stewardship. And so we're always trying to find ways to promote those concepts on our farm while meeting our grain production targets. So it's lots of experimenting going on, and it's kind of because of that experimenting that we won the Manitoba Outstanding Young Farmers Award in 2012.
Right, 2012, I remember that.
And that's kind of broadened our world in terms of the egg community, and we're still involved with that program today.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I do remember seeing that in the newspaper, that you
Yeah.
guys had won that award back in 2012.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I see you're the vice chair of the Manitoba Outstanding Young Farmers Program, right? So what are your goals in your current role with the Manitoba's Outstanding Young Farmers? And how does this association support its members?
Yeah, so Manitoba Outstanding Young Farmers, the purpose of that organization is to celebrate excellence in agriculture. It provides to its members opportunities to network with other farms from different disciplines and from different provinces. It's a national program.
Oh, okay.
And so it just gives farmers an opportunity to learn how other farms are doing things, to kind of pick other farm business owners' ideas, and to build connections and a sense of community there. Wow. So, yeah, I really hope to help promote the visibility of the organization, and to help, we're always trying to improve the engagement with the members and the organization with the communities.
And increase your number of members, because the more people, the more resources for
Right.
the members.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. As a lawyer, being a partner with me and Haddad here in town, how have you contributed to the ag industry?
Thanks. Yeah, I've played a lead role with me and Haddad in our agribusiness department, connecting the firm, I think, more with the ag community. We've become members of the Canadian Association of Farm Advisors, and just generally more involved with the agricultural community,
Okay.
participating in ag days, and I've been speaking at different workshops, providing information to clients and people on farm succession planning and risk management, presenting at different conferences at Crop Connect. And that's really kind of my main passion, is just supporting farm families and being a resource to them on how legal tools can help give them more certainty in their farming lives. So farmers, they have to wear so many hats. They have to be plant and soil scientists and market and weather analysts and big business managers. And so I do enjoy being a resource to them and taking some of the burden off their shoulders in terms of teaching people how the law can help them either with farm succession or risk management, planning for death, having a will, divorce, disputes, how contracts can provide certainty to people. So that's the main part of my job. I really enjoy.
That's certainly a big job, big taskings there. So,
yeah.
And I'm sure as a lawyer, and now you being in the farm industry for pretty much most of your life, there are some lawyers that come in don't know as much about farming as you would. So you probably get to share with some of your partners or somebody in the industry as well, right?
Yeah, it's great to be part of a team. We are the largest law firm outside of Winnipeg. So just for everyone to be able to share. And it's great for our firm as well to connect with other farm advisors through organizations like the Canadian Association of Farm Advisors. So it's all about sharing learning and experiences, and then that way we can provide better support for our clients.
Right, for sure. So what are the most important considerations in farm succession planning?
Yeah, so that's something that we encourage people to do, to kind of plan ahead. And we encourage kind of a team approach. So kind of an initial stage is a lot of communication and research on what are their options, what is the farm going to look like going into the future.
We're talking like decades ahead and families moving forward in the farming industry. Okay.
Yeah, and farm operations and management transitioning from the parent generation down to the younger generation. So we encourage people to access resources that are available. If you can build kind of a farm succession team, so there's lots of resources like farm coaches or mediation that might help the family with some of those tough initial conversations about what does each stakeholder want going forward from the farm. Of course, farmers need to consult with accountants to see, if we structure the farm succession in different ways, what are the tax implications? And then, of course, a third really important component is to document what everyone has agreed to do. And that's where the lawyers help.
Yeah.
And that's where we can put in whatever the structures are to make the plan happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And many, many years ago, they used to do things on a handshake, and it was automatic that the kids took over the farm. It's changed so much nowadays, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
And I think now, that's a common statement as well. What's wrong with my word?
Yeah.
And I think there's just so much room for there to be confusion about, well, what word was your word?
Yeah. Yeah.
So having written agreements is really important to make sure that everyone's on the same page, and there aren't going to be any surprises from assumptions being made.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It prevents conflict and confusion.
And so how do the lawyers help with risk management?
Yeah, so that's another big area of work for lawyers. With risk management, we're really referring to what we call the devastating Ds. So there's death, disability, divorce, disputes. Of course, first of all, with death, like every 18-year-old with a bank account should have a will. And so really encouraging people that you should have a will to just make, if you passed away, make it so much easier and less time-consuming and expensive for your family.
Yes.
On disability, encouraging clients to have powers of attorney in place, and in their business to have structures for multiple signing authorities. Again, just to allow continuity of farm operations if something were to go wrong.
Right.
And then, there's issues like disputes or divorce, where either spousal agreements can be used, or just contracts, partnership agreements, or land lease agreements, all these tools that help clarify relationships and prevent confusion and conflict down the road. So.
Yeah, I think those things are extremely important, because if you want that farming business to be here in 50 years, you don't want all these stumbling blocks in the way.
Absolutely.
For it to only to fall flat on its face, and for somebody not to pick up the slack when it's all written down in contract.
That's right.
You have something good to follow, and these businesses will thrive.
That's right. Yeah, they're important to just protect the value in those businesses. Spousal agreements is especially a particular example of that,
Very good example,
where,
yes.
In the case of a separation, they're not having to sell farmland necessarily to satisfy family law rules. Those rules can be contracted out if there's agreement and informed consent.
Yeah, very good. How have you given back to your community or engaged in philanthropic activities?
Yeah, so that was part of the YWCA's criteria for the award. I have throughout my whole life actively volunteered in different things. Brown University Board of Governors and the RHA and daycare, women's shelter, lots of different things like that. I just enjoy the community involvement and engagement and meeting people, and seeing firsthand like what a group of engaged, committed volunteers can accomplish. And Souris is an amazing example of that. Like the rink that we're sitting in, our swimming pool, skating park, that we have a community-run movie theater, thrift shop, food bank, all these amazing resources to the people of Souris. And to get to see some of the inspiring people that pull off these big projects. So I really enjoy being part of that kind of work, and hope to continue to do that kind of thing too.
Well, we are certainly a community known for our volunteers.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. What are your future goals and aspirations, both professionally and personally?
Professionally, just to help kind of spread the word about the importance of planning and using legal tools to promote peace and continuity in farm succession and being a resource to farm families. To keep doing with that. With our farm, to continue to have our farm run in an environmentally sustainable way, that we will be able to pass it on to the next generation stronger than it was when we first took it over. And personally, to be a good example to my daughters and encourage them to be involved in their communities and to find passions that inspire them to contribute and work hard.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, you are a fine example to your girls.
Thank you.
And I am sure that they will pick up on that
Yeah.
in the coming years, because they are already growing. Your
Yes.
family's growing fast, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations again, Laura,
Thank
for
you.
winning the award with the Women of Distinction Award for Agriculture.
So much. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here at Spotlight in Souris.
Thanks for this opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you very much for joining us here at Spotlight in Souris. Have a wonderful rest of your day.